not.
Okay, sure ಮಾಡೋಲ್ಲ.
Ah.
ಓಂ ನಮೋ ಭಗವತೆ ವಾಸುದೇವಾಯ. ಓಂ ನಮೋ ಭಗವತೆ ವಾಸುದೇವಾಯ. ಓಂ ನಮೋ ಭಗವತೆ ವಾಸುದೇವಾಯ. ನಾರಾಯಣಂ ನಮಸ್ಕೃತ್ಯಂ ನರಂ ಚೈವ ನರೋತ್ತಮಂ ದೇವೀಂ ಸರಸ್ವತಿಂ ವ್ಯಾಸಂ ತತೋ ಜಯಮುದೀರೇ. ನಷ್ಟಪ್ರಾಯೇಷು ಭದ್ರೇಷು ನಿತ್ಯಂ ಭಾಗವತ ಸೇವಯ ಭಗವತೆ ಉತ್ತಮ ಶ್ಲೋಕೆ ಭಕ್ತಿರ್ಭವತಿ ನೈಷ್ಟಕಿ. ಮೂಕಂ ಕರೋತಿ ವಾಚಾಲಂ ಪಂಗುಂ ಲಂಘಯತೆ ಗಿರಿಂ ಯತ್ಕೃಪಾತಮಹಂ ವಂದೇ ಶ್ರೀಗುರು ದೀನತಾರಿಣಂ ಚೈತನ್ಯಮೀಶ್ವರಂ. ಓಂ ಅಜ್ಞಾನತಿಮಿರಂಧಸ್ಯ ಜ್ಞಾನಾಂಜನಶಲಾಕಯ ಚಕ್ಷುರುಂ ಮಿಲಿತಂ ಯೇನ ತಸ್ಮೈ ಶ್ರೀಗುರುವೇ ನಮಃ. ನಮಃ ಓಂ ವಿಷ್ಣುಪಾದಾಯ ಕೃಷ್ಣಪೃಷ್ಠಾಯ ಭೂತಲೆ ಶ್ರೀಮತೆ ಭಕ್ತಿವೇದಾಂತ ಸ್ವಾಮಿನಿತಿ ನಾಮಿನೇ. ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಸರಸ್ವತೆ ದೇವೆ ಗೌರವಾಣಿ ಪ್ರಚಾರಿಣಿ ನಿರ್ವಿಶೇಷ ಶೂನ್ಯವಾದಿ ಪಾಶ್ಚಾತ್ಯ ದೇಶತಾರಿಣಿ. ಜಯ ಶ್ರೀ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಚೈತನ್ಯ ಪ್ರಭು ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಶ್ರೀ ಅದ್ವೈತ ಗದಾಧರ ಶ್ರೀವಾಸದಿ ಗೌರಭಕ್ತ ವೃಂದ. ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ 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 ಹರೇ ಹರೇ. ಹರೇ ರಾಮ 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 ಹರೇ ಹರೇ. Hare Krishna, Om Tassat. So, welcome all for Bhagavatam discussion. Today, continuing our discussion, Canto 1, Chapter 14, Text 34. Anybody is allocated? Sridev Mataji?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Shall I read, Prabhuji?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Text, Canto 1, Chapter 14, Text 34. Bhagavan Abhi Govindo Brahmanyo Bhaktavasala Kachit Pure Sudharmayam Sugam Aste Suharut Varta. Translation purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada Jai.
Right. Yeah.
Translation. Is Lord Krishna the Supreme Personality of Godhead who gives pleasure to the cows, the senses, and the Brahmanas, who is very affectionate towards his devotees, enjoying the pious assembly at Dwarakapuri, surrounded by friends. Purport. Here, in this particular verse, the Lord is described as Bhagavan, Govinda, Brahmanya, and Bhaktavatsala. He is Bhagavan Swayam, or the original Supreme Personality of Godhead, full with the opulences, all power, all knowledge, all beauty, all fame, and all renunciation. No one is equal or greater than him. He is Govinda because he is the pleasure of the cows and the senses. Those who have purified their senses by the devotional services of Lord can render unto him real service and thereby derive transcendental pleasure out of such purified senses. Only the impure conditioned living being cannot derive any pleasure from the senses, but being illusioned by false pleasures of the senses, he becomes servant of the senses. Therefore, we need his protection. We need his protection for our own interest. The Lord is the protector of cows and the Brahmanical culture. A society devoid of cow protection and Brahmanical culture is not under the direct protection of the Lord, just as the prisoners in the jails are not under the protection of the king, but under the protection of a severe agent of the king. Without cow protection and cultivation of the Brahmanical qualities in human society, at least for a section of the members of society, no human civilization can prosper at any length. By Brahmanical culture, the development of dormant qualities of goodness, namely truthfulness, equanimity, sense control, forbearance, simplicity, general knowledge, transcendental knowledge, and a firm faith in the Vedic wisdom, one can become a Brahmana and thus see the Lord as he is. And after surpassing the Brahmanical perfection, one has to become a devotee of the Lord so that his loving affection in the form of proprietor, master, friend, son, and lover can be transcendentally achieved. The stage of a devotee which attracts the transcendental affection of the Lord does not develop unless one has developed the qualities of a Brahmana as above mentioned. The Lord is inclined to a Brahmana of quality and not of false prestige. Those who are less than a Brahmana by qualification cannot establish any relation with the Lord, just as fire cannot be kindled from the raw earth unless there is wood. Although there is a relation between wood and the earth, since the Lord is all perfect in himself, there could not be any question of his welfare, and Maharaja Yudhishthira refrained from asking this question. He simply inquired about his residential place, Dwarakapuri, where pious men assembled. The Lord stays only where pious men assemble and takes pleasure in their glorifying the supreme truth. Maharaja Yudhishthira was anxious to know about the pious men and their pious acts in the city of Dwaraka. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Srila
Krishna.
Prabhupada. Jai.
Jai. So further, Yudhishthira Maharaj, first time after inquiring for all others, he inquired so many things. He inquired about Balram, he inquired about the sons, he inquired about the queens, he inquired Ugrasena, he inquired Uddhava. Everybody is inquired. Finally, he is talking about Krishna. Here also, we can really observe in talking about everybody else. He was talking about Yudhishthira Maharaj was asking, how are they? How are they feeling? Are they happy? This kind of questions was asking. But in case of Krishna, he doesn't ask. He doesn't ask he's happy. He doesn't ask how is he. He is asking whether Supreme Personality Godhead, who gives a pleasure to cows, censors, brahmanas, who are very affectionate towards his devotees, enjoying the pious assembly at the Dwarakapuri, surrounded by the friends. His question is that whether Lord is enjoying the association of devotees surrounded by his friends, devotees. And who is that Lord? Lord is Supreme Personality Godhead. And who gives a pleasure to cows? Who is controlling the senses? And who protects Brahmanas? O Brahmanithaya cha Jagadithaya Govindhaya Nama Nama. So this is how go Brahmanithaya cha. So he is protector of cows and Brahmana. And who gives a pleasure to cows? That's the reason when Krishna appeared in Dwaraka, the topmost service he did for cows and calves. No, nothing else. Every day he will go to tend, graze the cows. And morning before going also, he will do a lot of service for cows. After coming back also, he'll do service. So a full day, he was engaged in the service of the Lord. So he was so loving to the cows. Once so happened that Mother Yashoda asked, Lord, you are going in the forest. Your foot is so soft. There are so many stones and thorns. So why don't you wear a chappal? Then Krishna says that, see, if I wear a chappal, then you have to make a chappal for all the cows. So if the cows wear chappal, only I'll wear. So when Yashoda Maya heard this, how many chappals she has to make? They had a 9 lakh cows. 9 lakh into 4, because the cows have got 4 legs. Krishna has got 2 legs. So many chappals she has to make. But she said no. But Krishna also said, no, without the cows wearing chappal, I'll not wear chappal. So this is the kind of a caring he has got for cows. So Prabhupada here talks about protecting the cows. And in the purport also, Prabhupada talks about where there is cow protection, everything will be okay. But where there is attack on cows, cow slaughter happening, everything will be ruined. Prabhupada detail talks about it. So as a practice devotees, we should imbibe these qualities. He also talks about he is a protector of the cows. He is Goswami or is a Rishikesha. So he is giving us a pleasure. Krishna means the one who gives a pleasure, and he also protector of the cows. Sorry, Brahmana, and he is always surrounded by the devotees. That's the important point. He doesn't go alone. He's always surrounded by the devotees. So when Prabhupada talks about this different names, he's been called Bhagavan, Govinda, Brahmanya, Bhaktavatsala. The most important, Bhaktavatsala. Krishna is Bhaktavatsala. Krishna is ready to do anything for his devotees. He is so loving his devotees. For the sake of devotees, he is ready to sacrifice anything. He doesn't bother his own words. You can see in the Mahabharata also. When Bhishma Dev was attacking Arjuna, even though Krishna has taken a vow that I will not fight, I will not take a weapon. When Arjuna was attacked, he jumped out of the chariot, took a broken chariot wheel and started rashing towards Bhishma Dev. I will kill you now if you attack more my devotees. So this is the mood of Krishna. When his devotees attacked, we cannot tolerate. He will immediately come for protection. That's why it's called Bhakta Vatsala. So we, as a practice devotees, we should very well aware of that. Krishna is there to protect us. Krishna will definitely protect his Bhakta Vatsala. And also Prabhupada talks about he is full in all the opulences, power, knowledge, beauty, fame, and renunciation, all in 100%. We may have little of these qualities, but Krishna has got everything 100%. So Prabhupada says that those who have purified their senses by devotion service of the Lord can render him to a real service. So to do service, we have to purify our senses. It's not possible to everybody get a service. Service is something very rare. People may think that why should I do service? Because service is the only way to get Krishna Bhakti. Otherwise, no way. Because through service only we can please Krishna. So Prabhupada says that those who have purified their senses by devotion service of the Lord can render unto him the real service. The most physical services we can do only when purify senses. So, but Prabhupada also says that when he becomes servant of the senses, otherwise he becomes a servant of the senses, and we need his protection for our own interest. This is an important statement. We need Krishna's protection for our own interest, not for Krishna. Krishna doesn't require any protection. He can protect himself. So that's why Prabhupada in the purport also says that Yudhishthira did not ask how is he? Is he happy? No. He asked how are the enjoying with the devotees. That is the point he's asked. He doesn't ask how is, because he is always happy. We need not question about his happiness. So Prabhupada says a society devoid of cow protection or Brahmanical culture is not under the direct protection of the Lord. Where there is a cow protection is not there, where there is a cow slaughter is happening, Krishna is not going to protect that particular society itself. So it's not that one person who does the crime will be only punished. Everybody will be punished. Everybody equally will be punished. Because reason is that some may be directly or indirectly supporting it. Some may be directly supporting by killing the cows, on eating the meat or transporting the meat or cleaning the meat, cooking the meat, or by selling the cows, whatever the ways they are supporting, they are also equally punished. And others also possibly punished because they are keeping quiet. When cow slaughter happening, they're seeing and not doing anything. So Prabhupada talks about cow protection is very, very important. So as a practice devotees, we should always think about how I can do cow protection. Maybe we are in the city, we are in the apartment, we may not be able to bring cow and take care because we may not have place and circumstances for that. But there are farmers who are doing the day and out, so we can help them, we can support them, because otherwise when the cows stop giving the milk, they feel it a burden. There's a possibility that they may sell because they will not be able to financially manage that. So, but at the same time, if you buy cow products, milk, ghee, butter, or cow urine, cow dung, etc., and support the farmers, they will take care of the cows. So at least we can support by buying those, and preferably A2 milk, which is the desi cow milk. That will help our health. Yeah. So further, Prabhupada talks about Brahmanical quality. One should develop this Brahmanical quality, namely truthfulness, equanimity, sense control, forbearance, simplicity, general knowledge, transcendent knowledge, and firm faith in Vedic wisdom. These are the few qualities of Brahmanical talks about. So truthfulness means not to tell lie under any circumstances, but Prabhupada says we have always this four mystics, or the four defects: the to lie, tell lie, or being illusioned, or commit mistakes. So these are the kind of the defects we have, and imperfect senses. So with this, Brahmana cannot be, person cannot be called Brahmana. When truthfulness is not there, person cannot be called as a Brahmana. Equanimity, Krishna says, Vidya Vinaya Sampanni Pandita Gavi Hastini. One who sees everybody equal, whether cow or tiger or dog and elephant or dog eater, everybody equal, because everybody's heart, Paramatma, is there. Sense control is another important point. So our senses are so dangerous. They need to be controlled or they need to be engaged. Otherwise, there very possibility that those senses itself will become a trouble creator for us. So forbearance, tolerance. So like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Trinadapi Sunichena, Tarorapi Sahishnuna Amanena Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari. So that tolerance, that is the humility, that will help and develop a Brahmanical quality. And also says simplicity. So Prabhupada always says simple living, high thinking. So keep your life as simple as possible. Don't complicate, because today what happens that our corporate world, they market so many products, whether you need it or not, they will do some or other, they'll make you buy. And once you bought, you have to maintain it, you have to keep a place for that. So everything becomes trouble for you. So keep simple, as minimum as possible, and so that we can practice more devotional service. We have seen somebody's house is full of furnitures, wall full of cupboards, and so many gift items. They don't have place to even turn here and there. Such a cumbersome, because so many accumulated. So instead of that, just keep simple, uh, you know, house, and simple food, and nice sleep. We can give simple living. Prabhupada always say that small land and cow is enough for a family to live. With that, we can maintain. So simplicity is very, very important. And general knowledge and transcendental knowledge. Yes, general knowledge is required, but more than that, transcendental knowledge is required. So Krishna says in 9th chapter, this knowledge what I am giving, this Guvyatama, it's a most secret. And this is I have not told anyone else. I'm telling you exclusively, Arjuna. So that is the transcendental knowledge. And finally, it says firm faith in Vedic wisdom. This is the most important. Our faith in Vedic knowledge of scriptures should be so firm, at any cost, it should not deter. So, Avashya Raksha Krishna, like how Krishna will protect. Similarly, the scriptures like Bhagavatam will always protect us. That is the faith we should develop. When we have that faith, nobody can shake, nobody can disturb us. So this is the kind of Brahmanical quality Prabhupada talks about here. And then Prabhupada says, transcendental affection of the Lord does not develop unless one has developed quality of Brahmana. So to be a Brahmanical quality is the first level actually. That is the level only we can develop love for Krishna. And from there we go to Shuddha Bhakta or Vaishnava, then Shuddha Bhakta. So Prabhupada always says that bring people up to the Brahmanica level. So Brahmanica level means what? Yes, follow four regular principles, no meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling, and no illicit sex. And on the top of it, no onion, no garlic, no tea, coffee. Today we see some of the Brahmin community, they take onion, garlic, they take tea, coffee. So some people also take egg, thinking that this is a vegetarian. I mean, these are all going on. So instead of that, simple living with this, Prabhupada says always the food for human is the grains, milk, and fruits, flowers, etc. With that, human being should survive. Then with the devotion service, he can be called Brahmana. So at the same time, Brahmana should not accumulate wealth. He should be as generous as possible in giving donation. So we should give up everything and for the welfare of the society. Otherwise, people will call us Kripana. The opposite of Brahmana is a Kripana. Kripana means one accumulates more and more. Prabhupada here talks about that since the Lord is all perfect in himself, there could not be any question of his welfare. So that's the point Prabhupada makes, that Yudhishthira did not ask Arjuna, how is my dear Lord Krishna? They did not ask. He talked about how about his devotees? That's the question. He never asked himself about Krishna. So Prabhupada is saying that because he is Supreme Personality Godhead, he's always happy, he's always under his control. So there's no need to ask how is he. So that's the point. So he says the Lord stays only where the pious men assemble and takes pleasure in their glorifying the supreme truth. So whenever the devotees meet, they pay obeisances, they start glorifying the Lord. So this is the quality of a devotee. So devotees always should, take pleasure in glorifying the Supreme Lord. And Yudhishthira was so anxious to know about pious men and their pious acts, the city of Dwarka. This is another quality we should develop, that we should always hear the glories of other devotees and glorify them. So that's where Prabhupada says they're all. Prabhupada many places said the pure devotees of Lord are almost equal to Lord. So that's the level we should develop. Okay, we'll read the next one sloka. Can somebody read, please?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Canto 1, Chapter 14, Text 35-36. Mangalaya cha lokanam, kshemaya cha bhavaya cha, aste yadu kulambodav, adyo ananta sakha puman, yat bahu danda guptayam, swapuryam yadavo architaha, kridanti paramanandam maha paurushika iva. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The original personality of Godhead, the enjoyer, the Balarama, the premier Lord Ananta are staying in the ocean of the Yadu dynasty for the welfare of the protection and general progress of the entire universe and the members of the Yadu dynasty. Being protected by the arms of the Lord, are enjoying life like the residents of the spiritual sky. Purport. As we have discussed many times, the personality of Godhead, Vishnu, resides within each and every universe in two capacities, namely as the Garbhodakashayi Vishnu and Kshirodakashayi Vishnu. The Kshirodakashayi Vishnu has his own planet on the northern part of the universe, and there is a great ocean of milk where the Lord resides on the bed of the Ananta incarnation of Baladeva. Thus, Maharaja Yudhishthira has compared the Yadu dynasty to the ocean of milk and Sri Balarama to the Ananta, where Lord Krishna resides. He has compared the citizens of Dwaraka to the liberated inhabitants of the Vaikuntha Lokas beyond the material sky, further than we can see with our eyes, and beyond the sevenfold coverings of the universe. There is the causal ocean in which all the universes are floating like footballs, and beyond the causal ocean, there is an unlimited span of spiritual sky, generally known as the effulgence of Brahman. Within this effulgence, there are innumerable spiritual planets, and they are known as the Vaikuntha planets. Each and every Vaikuntha planet is many, many times bigger than the biggest universe within the material world. And in each of them, there are innumerable inhabitants who look exactly like Lord Vishnu. These inhabitants are known as the Mahapurushikas, or persons directly engaged in the service of the Lord. They are happy in those planets and are without any kind of misery, and they live perpetually in full youthfulness, enjoying life in full bliss and knowledge without fear of birth, death, old age, or disease, and without the influence of Kala, eternal time. Maharaja Yudhishthira has compared the inhabitants of Dwaraka to the Mahapurushikas of Vaikuntha Loka because they are so happy with the Lord. In the Bhagavad Gita, there are many references to the Vaikuntha Lokas, and they are mentioned there as Madhama, or the kingdom of the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Maybe devotees can share some points before we'll discuss more about this tomorrow. Sumit Prabhu, want to share anything? Because I'm feeling a little tired. So,
Yeah, Prabhu. So, in the first verse, there was a description about different things like Lord as Bhagavan, then Govinda, Brahmana, Bhaktotsala, and also the role of the Brahminical culture. So Lord is described as Bhagavan Swam. So he's the original Supreme Personality of God. So that means actually Lord is complete in every aspect. He possesses all the opulences, all the six opulences. Lord has unlimited opulences, but at the whatever main six opulence that we can understand, that we see in this world, and like whoever has that opulences, generally people get impressed by this. But Lord has these opulences in unlimited quantities, so there is no one equal to him or greater than him. And also, he is the protector of the Brahminical culture. So he upholds the virtues, and also he's the Bhaktavatsalah, like as you described, like cows didn't have shoes, so Lord says, "I will also not give him the shoes." So that is his nature, like how much he loved the devotees. And then Brahminical culture is also very important because this is like whoever embodied these qualities, and whoever is engaged in the Lord's service with pure heart attracts his affection. So that's why Lord is the protector of the Brahminical culture, because these qualities of devotion he likes. And then second verse, it is explained about the Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, like he is lying in each universe. He resides in each universe and is associated with the creation and the maintenance of the universe. So he is the source from which the universe is born and pervades it with his divine energy. And then the Shirodakshaya Vishnu. So in that form, Lord is residing in the ocean of milk and is lying on the bed of Ananta. And this like extension of the Lord is like the Paramatma feature in this universe, and he resided the super soul in each and every living being. Yeah, bro, that's all from my side.
Hare Krishna. Who else? Asha Mataji, want to share anything?
In Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Krishna. Archana Mataji, anything?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
No,
Krishna.
Prabhuji. Nothing.
Mariappan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu.
Text 34. Yudhishthira is not having any doubt on the well-being of Supreme Lord. Krishna is always ensuring care and protection of cows. Lord is always surrounded by pious devotees and brahmanas who are always under the complete protection of Supreme Lord. And Bhaktavachala, he is called Bhaktavachala. Only Jivatmas who are purified of their senses can be engaged in devotional services. Everyone in the society will be punished for their lapse in protection of cows. So we must always protect cows. No one will be spared. Usage of dairy products like milk, curd, butter, and ghee must be encouraged in ensuring health. Sense control is important. Tolerance, Brahmanical qualities, simple living, and high thinking with transcendental knowledge is emphasized. Faith in Vedic literature will protect us. Brahmanical qualities comprises of four principles: pure vegetarianism, simple food, and devotees always hear and glories of Supreme Lord. And text 36 highlights about the circumstances of Bhagavan's world, Prabhuji.
Okay.
That much I understood.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay.
Yeah, Bhaskar Prabhu. Anything you want to add?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare
Dandavat.
Krishna. Dandavat.
Prabhu, I think that we have to see everywhere, like as it is mentioned here, that everyone we have to treat equally, and we have to believe that in everyone that Krishna resides as a Paramatma. So we should respect everyone equally. And that one I have made one point. Another point is we should have maintain that brahmanical quality to do devotional service, or to get pure devotional service of Krishna. So we should try to purify ourselves by following four regulative principles, and complete association with Lord by chanting Hare Krishna mantra. That much. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhu. Murali Prabhu. Anything?
Yes, so we have to follow Brahminical qualities to do, and because before in olden ages they used to stay in forest and all that. So to do it's very difficult, but our intention should be very good, Prabhu. That's what I felt. That's all.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. Shri Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat pranams.
Dandavat
A
Mataji.
person is called devotee if he does the loving service to the Lord. Anybody who does very loving service to the Lord loves that person, and he is called a devotee. And regarding cow protection, what Prabhuji you told is cow protection in cities, urban places. It is cow protection, taking rearing cows. All that is little difficult. So what we have to do is, as Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, and Srila Prabhupada says, a small piece of land with a little with one cow, a person can live, a family can live. With that land, they can grow vegetables and all, fruits and all, and food grains also. And that the cow eats the grass, and the cow gives a nice milk, cow products. With that cow products, if the person, that is suffice for the a person to live. Cow products and grass, vegetables and fruits. That way, in a very simple way, we can live. No need of going to the big these things, industries and all. And for that cow protection, that is little difficult in urban places. So what we have to do is, who are rearing cows, we can donate. For the grass, we can donate. In so many ways, we can donate to the people who are rearing cows, so that they can establish the cows more that way. And regarding and the Brahminical qualities, a person is said to be a Brahmana if he has nice all the Brahminical qualities. He need not be a Brahmana, but he should have the qualities, and that person is called Brahman. Then what else? Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. Varsha Mataji, anything you want to add?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, nothing. Thank you for the class.
Umar Shankar Prabhu.
Krishna Prabhuji, everything is covered, Prabhuji. Just one thing to reiterate is that we should keep our life very simple, Prabhuji.
True. Okay, so we'll stop here. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyacha patitanam pavanebhyo vishnubhyo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Grantaraj Bhagavatam ki jai. Hare Krishna.